Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Overall Gaming here, and welcome back to another video. So, one of the goals for 2020 is that I want it to become more wrestling focused. Obviously I'm training to become a pro wrestler now, and I want to kind of get some wrestling content on here, because that's what kind of my Twitter's turned into as well. It's still going to be a gaming channel, so don't worry, I'm not alienating you guys. It's just that, obviously change your flow, change things up a little bit, keep the channel fresh. And I noticed you guys have been kind of liking my pro wrestling journey. There's quite a few more views on that than anything else. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to try and be more wrestling focused and stuff like that. But anyways, so this video today, I'm obviously talking about wrestling, and it's coming off, I was just having a browse on Twitter and I came across somebody's YouTube channel. I think her name is, it's Jess watches wrestling, something like that. I'll leave a link to the video I'm talking about down in the description below. But basically she was talking about why certain superstars aren't being booked, specifically alluding to WWE. She's talking about why it's disappointing that there are certain wrestlers who are really talented but they're not being used on the roster properly, or they're not being used at all. Which is a fair point, don't get me wrong, but I was just this video is just kind of to piggyback off what she's saying. For me, it's not necessarily the content as in people not being booked. That has stuff to do with it. But for me, it's how saturated wrestling television has become a lot. I mean, if you look at it from a perspective from WWE alone, so you've got Raw, which is what, 3 to 5 hours long, something like that. It's quite a long time. Then you've got on a Tuesday you've got Backstage. On a Wednesday you've got NXT, which is 2 hours. Then on the Thursday you've got Main Event and NXT UK, and then on the Friday you've got 205 Live, which is about an hour or so, and also SmackDown, which is about 3 hours long, and then including, God forbid, any pay-per-views. You know what I mean? That's a 4 or 5 hour pay-per-view on a Sunday. So already that's like, how many shows a week, and not only that, but they're really long as well. Cramming all this kind of information into our brains. And God forbid if you're somebody like me who watches AEW as well, or you may be watching MLW, or what's the other one, NWA Power. God forbid if you got time in the day. And I know for somebody like me, I have worked through most of the day, and I come home and I only get to catch the snippets of Raw and SmackDown because I can't, I don't have the time to sit down and watch almost 7 hours of stuff alone. So there is that point there. But then also, if you're gonna have that long, use it wisely. You know what I mean? That's my main problem, I think, this year for kind of WWE, is they have they have that much time to build and elaborate on certain people, create new stars, but they don't. And to piggyback off what Jess was saying is, it's the same people every week, which is true. You've got guys like Cesaro, who, the dude is talented as hell, but he's been used in dumb segments with Nakamura and I forgot his name, Sami Zayn. Bloody hell. But it's just kind of like how do we improve this sort of thing? Because obviously there's a massive problem here. The idea is less is more, obviously. The problem what you've got is, because they've got so many people on the roster, they're cranking out these many shows, so at least everybody gets to see a piece of everybody. But if you're somebody like me who doesn't care about something like Main Event, then it's kind of like I'm not here watching You know, as much as I love Cedric Alexander, I'm not watching him on main event because I don't care. You know, WWE doesn't give me a reason to care about main event or stuff like 205 Live. I love the cruiserweight stuff. I've loved the cruiserweight division ever since I started watching wrestling, but I don't care about it now. You know, WWE doesn't give me a reason to care about 205 Live. So, you know, if you know, it's like, it's a filler show almost. So, you know, when I see, you know, NXT, you know, champions Angel Garza now, if I see him on and there's something like happen on 205 Live, I'm like, oh, cool, but he's on NXT, so, you know what I mean? He doesn't give me a reason to care about it. And I think because they're crammed, what I'm trying to say is because I think they're crammed so much in, there's not enough time and caring for superstars to grow and transform. That's why I think that's one of the things I think, you know, guys like AEW have done right this year is, you know, they've given that time to build and grow superstars. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know who Private Party were before AEW started, but man, they're sick. You know what I mean? They're brilliant. I didn't know who Joey Janela was, believe it or not, because I was a strictly WWE guy. I knew about the indies and, you know, people in like New Japan and whatever, but I never took down time to see what they're capable of. So for somebody like me who's fresh eyes, you know, looking at this product and seeing these guys, you know, this is what they do, and I'm kind of like, it gets me invested. You know what I mean? It does get me invested. And I think if I was, you know, if I'd never watched WWE before and I was looking into fresh eyes, a lot of the characters at this moment in time I wouldn't really care about, to be quite honest, because WWE doesn't give me that reason to care about these certain superstars. And maybe that's, but I could see, you know, it's one of those, you know what I mean? And especially if I, you know, somebody who's like me, who's pretending, he's training to be a pro wrestler, pretending to be a pro wrestler. Here we go, here comes the banter. Yeah, someone like me is training to be a pro wrestler. You know, I understand the importance of, you know, having that time to grow your character. And I feel like because, you know, WWE crams so much in every week, they don't give that time. It's more just like, you know, just this machine that just, you know what I mean? It's one of those. So, you know, it is one of those at the end of the day. You know, that reminds me, because I feel like I feel like if this was the case, what I'll probably start doing is making videos in the next couple of weeks of you know, how I would book certain things, and, you know, like What Culture did. Not to copy them, but, you know, what Culture did, because they actually, you know, kind of looked at certain things and where, you know, how it should have been done, or where it went wrong and how we can rectify that sort of thing. I wouldn't mind, you know, doing that sort of thing. If you guys do want to see it, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's just me kind of you know, just saying my piece on it. Long story short, less is more. Less is more. NXT have got it spot on, I think. You know, it's not too long, it's not too much, it's not too much in your face, you know, it's just there. You know, and I think that's why NXT are doing so well at the moment. So yeah, less is more, you know. Stop cramming so much, you know, let us have time to digest these characters and let us care about them. So yeah, it's one of those. But anyways, that will bring this video to an end. I'll see you guys next time for another wrestling topic. If you got any wrestling topics you want me to discuss, let me know in the comments, or let me know on Twitter, because I'm very active on Twitter. But yeah, see you guys next time. Take care. Bye now.